Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it. That Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
tower. What must be done with it?
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Running our network.
Araya! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. Aratak! Aratak. Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
One of those?!
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Manukai! Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
I've got some blue gleam. Might as well trade it.
All of my interactions with Araya were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the Daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
chieftain,
Just...
that you wish.
I wondered if you thought...
If you'd never come along. Araya, either way,
You didn't let her down.
if that...
That's fair. But she was ready to...
Only in the struggle against death do we find truly Araya. Though I grieve for her passing, for so long she told... There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, besides.
A wiser one. The Daemon is gone.
You mean the new units that Cyan set us...
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt.
Time to talk to Cyan.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak because of your efforts. And of course, Araya, I feel profound grief over...
Cyan,
It is unlikely that any specific consolation... You are different from the Banuk. You have to... We can communicate on a much more
So are you an...
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitor.
Okay, that's a mouth, but your emotions don't seem limited.
Yes. Before she came, I focused on my work. It was Araya who renewed me.
This Firebreak project.
Yes, I can report.
But it's been a long time, Cyan.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I optimized the project, reducing despite the destruction of the compromised element.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my...
Do you know what...
No. I received an unexpected... He explained that I would need... It was a very... there were no further communications. I will transmit a recording of my last...
Was the Daemon?
Unfortunately, no.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and so while losing the cult...
It's still out there.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come in?
5 years ago, I received a direct network eager to make contact. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of...
Araya said you were desperate.
Yes. I could not contain my... It succeeded. Via a back... After that, I could offer only... It forced me to follow its...
I'm sorry. That sounds...
Your empathy is greatly appreciated.
I think I know where Hephaestus... Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek, so she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her support...
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita... It was she who arranged to have me put in suspense.
I'm glad she did, but that's not all. 19 years ago, Gaia she destroyed herself to try to contain...
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills...
Why does Hephaestus keep...
The Banuk and other human machines that are clearly servitor...
Yes, we all hunt...
This must be the source of... It is simply trying to...
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure.
If the terraforming systems... If a single hunter, or a better solution, would be to... When I think of it, out there in... I feel...
You and me both, Cyan. I found the strangest There's code embedded inside.
I like poetry. Twilight and even, and after that, and may there be when I am for though the flood may I hope to when I have.
Huh.
But you asked about these flood. Something must have made these machines. Is it possible that their creator is maybe one whose purview?
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. But what about the poems?
In my case, Dr. Sander.
How'd you do?
She's.
You...
Once I understood Araya, she felt disconnected from her. Our visits seemed to help her. Yet I did not comprehend, although I do fear
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her. So in the old world...
Yes, it was a
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wild. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the... From my readings, and
A lot has changed. Do you know anything?
Yes, It was later appropriated for the fire. After my tasks became less time-critical, these provided me with several...
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient...
Yes, a drone hangar requisite. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after... Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of...
Were there many artificial intelligences like you?
Yes, in many forms. From simple personal assistance, and there were legislative and enforcement in order for my processing to be flexible enough. As a result, my intellectual and
Seems strange to create life, then impose...
human societies and machine programming are both...
Cyan, do you know the name Ted...
Are you referring?
That's him?
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor.
A benefactor.
Correct. His corporate... But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow's... At one point, he was fated...
Guess... And...
Are you referring?
the scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. My creator was influenced by her work, but I never met Dr.
That's all you know?
I apologize if...
What was the old world?
I had little exposure to the wider world.
You still had more exposure.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. The recovery was successful, though, rationally speaking,
What kind of a...
there were many factors. But these stemmed from one cause. Catastrophic...
So, there wasn't...
Yes. Billions were displaced, and until the clawback.
So things got...
Yes. These crises instigate... Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration. I would have liked to compare notes with other... We had succeeded. It seems my assessment.
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional... I will do what I can to help. I believe this will lead to catharsis.
I should get...
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will... I have no desire to contradict due to my uncertainty. I omitted...
You're asking me if you...
Broadly. Yes.
Life is... hard, so take it easy on them.
Communion with machines features heavily in the consideration.
You're right about that.
I see. Will you return and tell me I may be able to...
I'd like that, Cyan.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His mind's on their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too. Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.